Hello YouTubers and random Doctor Who fans, it's me, Ozzy, and today we're going to be dissecting the latest rumour of all the Doctors coming back for the 60th anniversary special. So as you know, the Sun article was posted about a multi-Doctor story happening for the 60th anniversary. There is no credence to this, there's no legitimacy to this article. You know, it's the Sun, what do you expect? I mean, the Mirror seemed to get closer in terms of rumours to the Sun, because the Sun's always full of crap. Anyway, Doctor Who or not. Yeah, I don't really believe everything in the article. It did state that people like Christopher Eccleston were coming back, and we'll get onto that when we get to Christopher Eccleston. Yeah, let's dissect what would probably happen in terms of a multi-Doctor story, or what I would like to see happen for a 60th anniversary special with the Doctors. I'd like them to take a different approach to the structure. There was kind of like the idea floating around that they dedicate individual episodes to individual Doctors, which I think would be a fantastic idea. I'd love to see some more individual episodes from Doctors, but they all link together, create this narrative. So there'll probably be about 6 episodes. I think McGann, I know he's not a new Who Doctor, but I think that McGann should definitely come back for his own story. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I don't know why they don't do that. Now, this is a very controversial opinion. Christopher Eccleston will not come back. Well, that's not the controversial opinion. You guys know that he's not going to come back. But I personally would not be bothered if they recast Christopher Eccleston, because if he's going to be arrogant enough to not come back, then, well, I don't really care if they recast him or not. That's the thing about recasting Doctors. I know it's a bit of a controversial topic, but to be honest, I'm really not that bothered about them recasting Doctors, because, well, you've got to tell new stories somehow. You've got to expand the lore somehow. You can't just rely on the original actors being available for the part, because it's too late for all the classic Doctors at this point. Sylvester McCoy maybe could still do it, but it's kind of too late. So I'm not against them recasting Doctors at all. But there was obviously the thing brought up about maybe they could do a deepfake of Christopher Eccleston. Deepfakes aren't good enough at this point to pull off a full 50-minute story. They're just not at that level yet. Rule it out entirely, it's not going to happen. Perhaps there could be deepfakes for just a couple of scenes. That is definitely a possibility. I could see that happening, to be honest, but I would rather them just recast the Ninth Doctor to somebody who can nail the mannerisms, nail the accent. Doesn't have to be an exact dead ringer, but you know, as long as they get the same kind of presence that Christopher Eccleston did, I'm not too bothered about who plays it.
Ugh, not another pocket universe. I swear these things are becoming a weekly occurrence.
I guess the writers are running out of ideas.
Speaking of writers, Stephen Moffat is usually involved somehow.
Who dares question my power?
We're gonna stop you, Moffat.
The only way to free you both is for your viewers to like and subscribe.
Guess we'll just wait for them to do that then.
That sounds easy enough. Enjoy the rest of the video. David Tennant, I'm almost entirely sure that he would come back, because, I mean, he's a massive Doctor Who fan, and, you know, he has a lot of love for the franchise, he's got a lot of respect for Rusty Davies, so I can see him coming back. And it's a great marketing tool as well. Matt Smith, that's a bit of a, I don't know whether he'd come back or not, because he does kind of seem a little bit over Doctor Who at this point, but, you know, I'm sure if the paycheck were right, he'd probably come back. That's probably the same for a lot of actors anyway, because the paycheck is a massive part of it. But yeah, I can see him coming back. I mean, he did enjoy his time on the show, so it's not impossible that he'd come back. But like I said, he does seem a little bit wanting to take his career in the next step, so I don't know. Capaldi has already stated that he doesn't really want to do multi-Doctor stories, but here's the thing, he doesn't have to do multi-Doctor stories to get involved with the 60th. He can have his own individual episode, like all of the Doctors from McGann onwards. They can have all their individual episodes which all link together at the end to create this really cool piece, and even Capaldi, I'm sure he would be able to see that that's a good idea, because it can expand his character and all that kind of stuff, and it wouldn't cheapen anything, so I think that's a really good idea. And you could even, they've already recast the War Doctor in Big Finish, so they could do it on screen as well. Bring David Bradley back as the first Doctor. Cast Sean Pertwee as John Pertwee. You can do anything, guys. I really don't understand the reservation behind things like this. Sure, you got to pay respect to the original actors, obviously, but I mean, Chris Chibnall kind of poo-pooed all over Classic Who anyway, so It's one of those things. There's building blocks there, you can experiment, you can do anything. The worst that can happen, what is the worst that can happen at this point? Doctor Who's already at a point where it's kind of fallen out of favour with the broader general audience anyway, and that happened at the end of Matt Smith's run, so roll the dice, see what happens, do whatever you want. I'm on board with pretty much anything you've got at this point, as long as it's not really boring and sticks to formula and is just so repetitive and crap. Yeah, it would be great if someone like Paul McGann led the 60th anniversary. That would be an epic thing. I mean, I've obviously talked about the Time Lord Victorious thing in a live stream, how I thought that they should have done a movie of Time Lord Victorious. That would have been a really cool idea, because I think there's just so much you can do with this franchise, which can think outside the box and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, in terms of the credence of the rumour, I to be honest, I doubt that they're going to get more than 2 or 3 Doctors back for this, because for some reason they're too afraid to ask Paul McGann to come back properly, and Eccleston won't come back, even though I think that they should replace him, because I think that would be more than satisfactory for me anyway. But let me know what you guys think. Is it a horrible idea? And you're still going to watch it either way, even if they do recast some of the Doctors. Let me know down below what you guys think of this rumour. Is it true? Is it not? Let me know what you guys want to actually see in terms of the multi-Doctor stories and a possible new structure of multi-Doctor episodes and new ideas and stuff. Just let me know what you guys are thinking right now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Peace out.